Good morning. It is Friday morning, September 13th, 2024, and it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophfronia. I am in Petoskey, Michigan. Look at that beautiful water behind me. I'm here for the Madeline L'Engle Writers Retreat that I lead with my fellow book writer, Sarah Arthur. We just got started last night, so our participants are having some solo writing time and I am walking. We are also a part of the C.S. Lewis Festival, and that gets underway tonight, and Sarah and I will be speaking at that tonight and tomorrow. So we've been talking a lot about place because we're in a new place. This is the first time we've held this retreat here, and also because, as I've mentioned before, I've just moved to Michigan, so I've had a big change in place. You know, I've spoken to you before about how I tend to consume a piece of art over and over again if I find that somehow it catches me. You know, I will watch a movie over and over again, read a book over and over again. But recently I've been thinking about, there have been things that have moved me that I either cannot or will not consume again. And yet those things are still with me. Aspects of the book Little Women, which I read when I was a child. I have not read that book since. I will not read it again. Doesn't mean I didn't like it, but there were things that just got under my skin that I still think about to this day. And I find it interesting that I do not feel compelled to read that book again. I feel the same way about Dead Poets Society, the Robin Williams film. Loved that film. Bought that film on VHS tape the moment I could get it. Have not watched it. Have not watched it all these years. So I'm intrigued by that right now. What are the things that you saw, read, consumed once, and it's still with you? You know it's a part of you, but there's no need to consume it again because it's almost like it hit you like a lightning bolt. It's like, okay, got that lesson. Don't need to think, not think about it because you're definitely thinking about it, but definitely don't need to go through that again, right? It's fascinating. So I'm curious what you come up with. You know, what has affected you in that way that you can't bring yourself to look at that thing again? I think my friend Robert Vivian would call that a kind of immortal wound, that we can't get over the experience of that piece of art. But I do think there's, just in thinking about it and asking that question, there's something that we can learn about ourselves in that. That it is possible that something can be so beautiful that it hurts a certain way. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep walking. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I know my brain can be a bizarre place to be in, but it's okay. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm curious what you have consumed once and don't need to do again. Really, seriously, let me know. And I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.